Start the recording. All right, look at us. We are live, Doug. I'm super excited. It's working this time.
Awesome.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the nSights YouTube channel. We're super excited to see you. Hang on. Excited. It's working this time. Got to get that shut off. Excellent. All right. First time out. We're going to have some issues, and that's okay.
That is okay.
So, hey, Doug, the first thing I want to remind everybody is that we are not financial we're not giving financial advice at all.
Nope.
And in fact, this is just for educational purposes only. You know, we talked about coming on live and some of the things that we'd like to, just come on and hang out with you guys and talk about. And this morning when I saw that Bitcoin dropped under 60,000, and then I went onto my nSights platform and I looked and saw that all the coins are following like they always do. I thought right now, a couple of days before the next halving is a good time to talk about Bitcoin and kind of help everybody understand what they're seeing right now. So Doug, what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. I think, just like always, I think that the markets are predictable in a great sense, guys, because as I teach you guys, the market's made up of people and this psychology, fears, greed, all of those things don't change in human nature. So I think we'll see potentially some of the same or similar patterns that we've seen in the past. What we're looking at is back to the halving in 2020 here, where we had a down before the halving, followed by an up, then followed by an up and down sideways channel before the market really began to take off. Okay. And that was in 2020. We see, it's not the exact same pattern. Nothing's exactly the same. But again, human nature, I think, creates similar patterns because of, fear and greed, right? Here we had an up move before, then we had this down. And this is we're seeing a smaller down right now than we saw back in 2016. I think there's reasons for that. Then we had a sideways, a bigger down. Back in 2016, BlackRock, a lot of the big players weren't involved in the game. Today they are involved in the game, so we're seeing a little different pattern, but yet we are seeing some down pressure, just like this did, just like 2020 did, right before the halving. What I want to show you guys in 2020 here, real quick, is, and Deb said this, and Deb, I think it was a really good point that you made. The other coins follow Bitcoin. When we overlay Ethereum here, we can see, very similar patterns, right? Follows it on up, just like Bitcoin, right? So that's Ethereum. We can also see ADA overlaid. Both ADA and Ethereum had a bigger move than Bitcoin did last time, but yet, basically the overall patterns are the same. They're all moving the same direction. So when we look to, the things that are going on in the market today and maybe going into the halving, they're predicting maybe in a couple of days we might see that. Again, we're seeing similar patterns. And I think in some coins, we'll have bigger dips, bigger opportunity potentially for gain if the market does do what it did in past. And again, past is no guarantee of future, but human nature doesn't change, right? So something fundamentally could happen that would cause things to be different. But I think there already is something fundamentally that did happen. We already started the pretty decent push because BlackRock and other major players got involved in Bitcoin. There is a limited number of Bitcoin, which, every time I think there's a dip, the bigger players are going to participate in buying the Bitcoin, right? They have to. If they're going to trade in this market and they're going to have Bitcoin and they're going to work within this area, there's only one way for them to get that supply, and that's to buy it on the dips. And so we're not seeing those big dips like we did before, but we are seeing some down pressure right before the halving. And if we look at Ethereum, it's doing the same thing. If we look at ADA, it's doing the same thing. So all of them, are doing the same thing. So in our community, you guys are trading a lot of different coins in nSights. And we buy, we accumulate on the dips, and that's the way that we trade. So, given human nature, given the psychology of the market, I would expect, potentially the market to do the same thing that it did before, which what did it do? It either went sideways or had a slightly bigger dip, right? People had expectations around the halving and they thought it was going to go vertical right away. Maybe those fears, maybe those things ended causing those dips in the past. Maybe they'll cause more dips, more buying opportunity for us. Certainly, if it dips, it'll provide more buying opportunity for the major players. But then, maybe we'll see the rally begin again after that. So that's what we're seeing. Looking, patterns are looking normal. Again, they're always slightly different, but the nature of the patterns are basically the same. So, Deb, what do you think?
Well, I'm just wondering, do you feel like, and of course, this is all for educational purposes only, but do you feel like we can trust the barriers that we're seeing right now? Or do you think that enough has changed with BlackRock and with the other players that are coming in that it just doesn't go quite like it used to with Bitcoin, right? We used to see some really significant drops, and I'm feeling like we're just not seeing it like we used to. What do you think about the
Well,
barriers?
I think that's the same thing. When we look at this last major push up from where we are right now, and again, it doesn't mean that we can't get here, but this is about 25% down, and anywhere in this zone, right? We got 34 up to about 21. I think it gets down into there. I think BlackRock and the major buyers today would see that as an extreme gift. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I may be wrong, but anytime they can buy something at 25% off, it's a huge deal. We could be, we could really watch and the things that are going to tell this, guys, is the candle volume. You watch the volumes come in, and if you see on the dips the buy volume starting to come in, then you know that we have major players accumulating you know Bitcoin. If they accumulate Bitcoin and they drive Bitcoin, if you're not trading against Bitcoin, but if you're trading with it, you're trading ADA to USDT or Ethereum to USDT or something like that, for the most part they're going to follow Bitcoin. So so as Bitcoin goes, so does the rest of the market for the most part. And I think if this level holds, it'll probably hold for other coins. We might get slightly bigger dips in other coins that might give us a better buying opportunity than even Bitcoin. But, you just have to watch volume come in. You have to pay attention to the fundamentals, right? And the technicals. And the technicals will tell you when that buying volume comes in. So I see, this level as a critical level. We break here. This doesn't mean much. I think the next barrier is probably a barrier that would hold. And, for it to get below this range, I don't know. Yeah, I think
Yeah, it means somebody's asleep at the wheel.
I mean, I just say from my personal perspective, even if it gets down into this range, I'm going to be pretty excited
Yeah.
because it creates a lot of opportunity for buyers, right?
Yeah.
And so and again, the way that we trade, we cost average down. We don't over leverage too much too soon. And so as long as you trade smart and you're not leverage trading, you're trading one to one, you own the crypto, you're buying crypto for long term, really hard for the market to beat you because you're thankful when it drops and gives you better buying opportunities. So that's the way we trade.
Excellent. Excellent. I've got one more prediction for you, Doug.
Okay.
And this one's personal, my dream goal for Bitcoin is to be able to buy one full Bitcoin at around $6,000. Do you see my dream ever coming true?
Yeah, not anytime soon, Deb. Maybe in the next lifetime,
Oh, the
maybe you
next
might get lucky.
lifetime.
Yeah. But the interesting thing, if guys like Michael Saylor are right and Bitcoin does go to $1 million, the price that we're currently at is going to feel like 6,000.
Indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that I can say, Deb.
I
So,
like it. I like it.
all
And
right.
I'll take it. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today on our live call on our nSights DeFi Trader YouTube channel. Please go check out our platform. We have lots of traders out there doing quite well, trading DeFi with us. And it's a fun little system. Let me tell you this, it's a trader's dream. We've got all the tools and techniques to help you, really, I like to call I say that Doug has built a trading system that is the alchemist. No
Thank you, Deb.
guarantees, right? There's no guarantees. We don't trade with money that we can't afford to lose. However,
We don't like
um,
losing.
we are printing money over there, and it's pretty fabulous. It's pretty
Yeah.
fabulous. So please go check it out. And if you're watching this video, thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing and ticking the box to ring the bell so that you can see each time we come on live to have a discussion about something in the crypto world.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you. Bye, Doug.
Bye, Deb.